Hey guys, how's it going? Denonu here. I was just sitting at home bored, and I want to say a couple hours ago I got finished watching the Call of Duty multiplayer reveal, and I was like, I'm bored of shit, you know. Why don't I make a video about it? And I kind of feel like I'm selling out, but I don't normally do these kind of sort of things, so I figured it would be interesting to do. I could care less about views and all that shit, but only because this one seems like it's gonna be either the make or break. You know, it's either gonna make or break the Call of Duty. You know, the Call of Duty franchise. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let it play out first. I'm gonna cut the music out because you had Eminem rapping over it, so don't want to strike or nothing like that. So I'm gonna cut out the music, but I'm just gonna let it play out first, and then I'm gonna, you know, go back and do like I ain't gonna say. Yeah, what the hell, why not? A frame by frame, you know, kind of, you know, step by step, you know, in-depth review of what I'm seeing and from what they said about it. So, all right, let me just play it straight out here. Sorry if you guys hear clicking or keyboard noises and stuff like that, but I got a good mic, so what can I say here? Look, there's Riley, the dumb dog that wasn't really needed in the game, but somehow they felt compelled to put in there. Alright, what else? Oh, yeah, that's gonna be nice. See people sliding all around the map in the game. That's gonna be cool. Like, that could have been cool 5 years ago, back when, you know, Rainbow Six made you customize your characters, but, you know, it's cool to find, you know, Call of Duty's finally growing up. I mean, I'm not completely dissing the game. I mean, it does seem like it's doing some good things anyway. Like, I don't see nobody running around with shock charges or dual akimbo shotguns. So hopefully, you know, it might be, you know, might be growing up. Let's see. Looks like C4 might be back. New game modes. Yeah, that was needed. Yeah, because there was a lot of game modes that people don't really play, so just changing them up. Now, I mean, COD should have been did that like 3 games ago. I'm not sure how I feel about these maps, though. Like, the whole destructibility, you know, kind of, sort of feels gimmicky to me. I'll touch on more of that later, though. Alright, what else they got here? Okay, so... yeah, I'm pretty sure that doesn't happen on the map, but I could be wrong. Alright. Stole that from Black Ops 2, but hey, they steal from each other all the time, so. Cranked. Interesting idea. Don't know how well it's going to play out. But, we'll see here in a second. Because it could either be really good or it can be completely shitty, depending on how people play it. Alright, let's see what he done. Bringing that back, huh? Marksman rifles, that is something I'm pumped for. Because I play like a marksman when I play the game. I mostly use assault rifles and long range, so I'm going to love the hell out of that. That's probably... I'm not really pumped for the game, but those are the 2 best things that I've seen so far. The fact that they're devoting a class to marksman rifles, and the fact that you can zoom in and still have your, you know, your scope and all that mess. So, alright, let's take it back frame by frame. Hold on, let me go back, Riley. Go backwards. That's right. Alright. First off, this dog. Why in the hell are they putting such a big emphasis on having a dog in campaign and multiplayer? That makes no sense to me. I could understand if, like, okay, this is the first Call of Duty where we're gonna have dogs in it, and you got, you know, the regular dogs as a kill streak. You know, that would be cool. Then I'm like, okay, that's cool. They're bringing it over in the multiplayer, and then that's what gave us the regular dogs kill streak. But dogs have been in COD since World at War. I mean, I didn't really play World at War, but I mean, it's just like, it's nothing new. What the fuck? I mean, why are they devoting so much time on this? I heard that they motion captured a real dog to get the movements right. I was like, are you fucking serious? Like, who asked for this shit? Like, was people like really debating and like, oh man, you know what make Call of Duty good? You know, not one-hit snipers, not fixing lag comp, but no, just like I want a dog beside me getting kills with me. It's like, what? That idea alone was like fucking retarded to me. But let's keep it going. All right. I ain't gonna say problem number 2, but the one thing that irked me, this whole mask right there, the name of the game. It's like, why would you name your next game after the biggest, most hated thing about Black Ops 1? I mean, I'm just saying, it's a bad marketing move. I don't know why they would have named it that. It makes no sense. But you're gonna name. Granted, I like Ghost. I like Ghost as a character from Modern Warfare. He was cool, all right. But granted, everybody fucking liked him. But you don't need to make a whole game devoted around his concept. You know, everybody has skull masks. It's like they didn't know where to go. It's like they was like, all right, well, what do we call our next game? Well, everybody like Ghost from Modern Warfare. Let's just make everybody him. It's like, no, it's. And I don't know. That's how I feel about it. And the first person who got named was like, well, what should we call it? Well, let's call it Call of Duty Ghosts. That guy should have been fired. you know, like the guy who greenlighted that should have been like, no, Ghost is too, no, nobody liked that perk from Black Ops, so we're not going to do that. I mean, just based on sheer negativity alone, it's like it's a bad marketing move. I would have named the game something differently, something completely different that didn't remind people of the perk that they hated a couple games ago. I'm just saying, that's just stupid. But anyway, let's keep it moving. One thing I did notice was the slide maneuver, like right here, it just seems gimmicky. Like I can understand why they're putting it in there. They're trying to nerf drop shotting even more. And I guess they didn't just want to copy the dolphin dive from from Treyarch. It's like, okay, well, we got to do our own little thing. So that's why they made it sliding. I can understand that, but it just feels gimmicky. I can see this causing a lot of bullshit in matches, meaning the transitions between frames from standing to prone and from just lagging as you're doing it. People are going to be like skip sliding, and I just don't want to get into one of those situations where, like in Black Ops 1, in the animation when you put somebody in last stand, they were kind of like half invincibles where your bullets didn't register on them. I'm hoping that that won't be the case, but when you have sudden animation changes in a game engine that is old as fuck, that hasn't been updated or made for these kind of transitions, or what I'm saying, it can't handle it, and that's why we get a lot of lag and graphical glitches in Call of Duty. I just don't know how that's going to translate once the game comes out. I mean, that's one of those things, that's one of those kind of sort of things where you just got to play it and just hope for the best and see what happens once you get your hands on it. But it could either be really good, really shitty. I can see people, you're going to have whole teams running around the map just sliding around corners and sliding everywhere, especially like if it makes you go like a little bit faster, like how people switch weapons to try to get extra, run out of their sprint. Or people are going to be like taking 2 steps and then sliding every 5 seconds to try to get a little bit more speed. And I think how people are going to play it is going to determine how shitty the mechanic is. And COD has like the worst people who play the game. I'm not saying that the game is bad, but I'm saying it's like you have dedicated people who just spawned every piece of bullshit and glitch in the game. So I just have a feeling it's going to be one of those things where you're just going to have to deal with. And you're going to have new players that are going to be running around, sliding around the map, not focusing on the actual map. But, you know what I'm saying? They're just going to be just playing it and just having fun rather than focus on the actual gun game and the skill and stuff. All right, let's see here. The guns, from what I'm seeing, like the animation when it comes to the revolvers, they seem, like that one was good. I remember when I was watching the trailer, for the first time, I was watching like the gun animations and stuff, and it's the guns. I'll show it to you later on. I don't know if it's just me, but it just feels off. Alright, customizing your soldier. This should have been in Call of Duty, like I said before. I mean, this should have came in after Modern Warfare 2. Why not? Who the fuck knows? They were just lazy as fuck. Like right here. Prime example of what I was just talking about the guns. I'll take it back here. Alright, you see what the transition is? Like, okay, he's hip firing, and then when he switches to ADS, if you look at the gun, as far as how's the gun look, I'll go back and forth that way you can see it. You can look at the gun and then look at the background. It's almost like they got two separate lighting effects on it. And to me, that just makes it look weird as shit. Like, if you ever watched, I don't know if you know how many of you guys ever watched it, but I know people make dumbass YouTube videos about Call of Duty guns in real life, or Call of Duty in real life, where they'll take the background out of the game and just use the gun model and then walk around outside with a camera. That's what this reminds me of. It's almost like the gun isn't in the same room as the background that you're shooting in. Almost as if you had a regular gun but shooting at a blue screen, if that makes sense. That's the kind of sensation I get whenever you look at your gun and when you ADS. Because I see it in every gun that they've ADS'd with. I don't know if it's the new lighting, dynamic lighting that they've supposedly added, but to me, I don't like that. That looks like shit. It looks like right there. That looks like a blue screen right now. Granted, I know it's a game and maybe I'm nitpicking, but it doesn't look like your model is in the same lighting environment that, that's in the actual game. Like right now, the muzzle flash should be shining on the gun just like it's shining on the screen. You know what I'm saying? The room should be lighting up. I mean, it's like certain aspects, it's like, come the fuck on. Like, y'all are Call of Duty. Y'all make the biggest game every fucking year. It's like, why does this game feel like it's old as shit? And I know it's because of the engine. It's like, upgrade that shit. I mean, they could truly take Call of Duty and make it like even better, but it's like they don't, and that pisses me off about it. But anyway, let me stop rambling, because I'll go on for hours about that shit. As far as the gun selection in the game, I'm glad they kind of made the guns look a little bit different. I was getting tired of playing with the same, oh, here's the M4, here's the SCAR, here's the Vector, here's the MTAR. It's like, I'm glad that they're adding different guns in the game. I don't know if they're just changing them on a whim, but I'm glad that they're changing it to make it look better. So far, I'm liking the layouts of the maps. I know a lot of people didn't like Black Ops 2 because of the whole competitive aspect of it with head glitches everywhere. I'm one of those people where I play defensively. So I will use a head glitch in a heartbeat. To me, it doesn't really matter. Either way, I can play both ways. But in this, it looks like they've kind of went with less streamlined maps. I don't see no head glitches anywhere. And I'm kind of liking the stylized design of it. It doesn't look like a Call of Duty map. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I do like about that. Alright. As far as, I forget what they call it, but the dynamic scoping, where you can now see your peripheral view with sniper scopes, liking that. Liking that a whole hell of a lot. Should have been in the game. I can understand why it wasn't, but, glad that they added that in. I know as a fan of long-range shooting, I never snipe in Call of Duty because I hate I'm a fan of sniping in real life. So I hate how sniping is in Call of Duty, so I don't ever do it. But I like the idea of the scopes and, things like that. Build your squad. This was kind of, sort of, okay, I guess. I mean, I just don't see how this is going to be any real different from just a team-based, multiplayer. For what it is, instead of jumping in free-for-all or team deathmatch, now it's just, squad-based stuff. 3-on-3, 4v4. I don't see how this is any different. It's just the smaller multiplayer. And game types that are actually centered around squad-based mechanics. So this should have been in Call of Duty before, for the past 2 or 3 games. C4, that looks kind of big. I'm assuming it's going to probably be the same as Black Ops, or at least Black Ops 2, not the same as Black Ops 1, but he's looked like he's lobbing that pretty far, so it looks like it might be the same as, from Black Ops 2. Radius looks about the same when you do it like that too. I mean, granted, I don't have no problem with C4. I use it all the time in Black Ops 2, so. Alright, so far it looks like you got all the all the regular game modes here. Search and rescue. This was an interesting take on search and destroy. Looked like it may be interesting. I'm gonna have to keep my eye on this one. I was never really a big search and destroy fan. I've never. What I hated about it was I love the strategical aspect of it, but I hate how people played it. How people just, they just play team deathmatch. They don't even worry about the bomb, and that's what I hated. But the fact that you can pick up teammates and things like that, where it might make it so it's like, okay, do you go and try to kill everybody, or do you try to plant the bomb, And maybe it might make people play search and destroy a whole hell of a lot like it's supposed to be played, rather than how they wanted to play. And I just wanted to make note of here. That's an interesting little muzzle brake that he has on the end of that pistol. That is kind of weird looking. Looks like they tried to take a muzzle brake of like one of the big ass sniper rifles, but then they put it on the pistol. All right. Oh, the vault. Oh, now you can vault and do all this other meaningless shit that you really didn't have to do. Like in this, I've never understood the point of them promoting vaulting. I mean, it's like, number one, they ain't the first game to do it, but I'm just saying you don't need to. Like, I know I crouch jump in Call of Duty all the time, and I can get over waist-high cover and still shoot somebody and aim and all that without ever having the vault. I'm just saying. And so it's like, well, what's the point? I mean, what's the point other than just just to make a new mechanic? That's probably what it is. So, Battlefield 3 had it, so let's throw it in our game. So that's what I'm going to assume what they did. The dynamic environments, I don't know how that's going to play out. I just feel that they're gimmicky, because I'm going to want it to be like, Battlefield and Bad Company, but something tells me it's not going to be. It's just going to be like, shittier, where like if you throw a grenade near that telephone pole, it's gonna fall down on this car. You just know it's gonna be like that, and that's what I don't want. Because how people throw nades across the map at the beginning of Modern Warfare 2 and shit like that, and got like spawn kills and all of that, and it's gonna be worse because they're gonna know the triggers of these certain dynamic events in the maps, and they're just gonna either throw a grenade over there or throw a knife over somewhere, and they just know how to cause it, and everybody is gonna be doing it. So all of this shit is gonna go down probably within the first 3 seconds of the match starting. So I just know that that's just the way it's gonna be, and it's gonna be that, I'm not gonna say overpowered, but it's gonna be that silly. You might as well not even have him in the game. It would be different if let's say like this helicopter, like this, like if a kill streak will cause it, where like the only way this could be blown up or something is by like a helicopter strike or something like that, but I doubt it. New arsenal. Okay, let's see what this is. I'm hoping that they increase the amount of guns in Call of Duty. I would like to see Call of Duty have as much guns as, let's say, Battlefield 3. I don't know if that's going to be the case, but that's what I'm hoping for anyway. And this was kind of weird. I didn't know what this was. Like, if this was some kind of a kill streak where this guy just wanted to commit suicide and blow himself up. So it's like, what's the point? Maybe this is a Moab or whatever Ghost equivalent is going to be. Maybe that's how you call it in, instead of just randomly doing it and just having it happen. Because I can't see what could that possibly be, where it doesn't end the game, because it didn't, he doesn't look like the game is over, but it's the missile strike is too big. You know what I'm saying? This is too big to be a kill streak. You know what I'm saying? This is too big to be a Predator missile, because this destroys even the statue that's in front of him. So this destroys the whole map. You know what I'm saying? So this has to be like some kind of a Moab equivalent where once you call it, it kills everybody on the map. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. And then the map changes. Or maybe that happens in between rounds or something, because I don't know if he called it in. I don't think he did, because when you see him standing right here, now he has the drone. So I think they did some kind of weird editing work to get that to look right. And this looks like a Dragonfire copy that they didn't want to do the exact same thing, so they tweaked it to make it look different. I mean, I have no words to say about that. That looks exactly very similar to a Dragonfire. They just didn't want to copy it. Alright. Cranked. This was interesting. Like I said before, this was interesting. But depending on how people play it, it's going to be shit. Because people either going to play it how it's supposed to be played and rush around, but then they gotta move or else they're gonna die. So I don't know. I mean, it just depends on how people play it. Either it's gonna be a clusterfuck and people are gonna be dying left and right all over the place all the time, or people are gonna be rushing like they're supposed to. And I just thought this was funny because, every time they put out one of these trailers, not only Call of Duty, but every game that does this. When I first seen this, I was calling bullshit. Look at this shit right here. You see this guy running with the RPG on his back, like a pro, like a boss, right? And then you got Mr. Shotgun guy behind him who's like, doing like the Michael Jackson Thriller lean over there. And he's like not shooting him. Perfectly clear line of sight. He was already ADS too. That's what got me. Like, he could have easily just put one in his back, but no, he didn't. Because when they make these trailers, they gotta get the footage, so all of this shit is staged. It's not like live gameplay. Just like, Vandahar in Black Ops 2 in that trailer when he was, sniping and shit, knowing damn well that probably wasn't him. But anyway, sorry for that save box that keeps popping up. My video software automatically auto saves and gets it back. But look at this shit right here. Like, he doesn't shoot him, but instead chase after him. This guy has time to throw what I'm assuming. Clever girl, really. That's the first time I noticed that. I got a picture of a dinosaur on it too, just like from Jurassic Park. But I'm assuming that's like a satchel charge. I don't know if that's going to be different from C4, because I don't think the C4 did look like that before. I don't think it did. I wasn't paying attention to it that much. But he has time to throw this satchel charge, and the guy's still not shooting him magically. Like you see somebody in Call of Duty and and you don't shoot him. But apparently this guy's still not shooting him. Gets blown up by this shit. It's like, come on now. They just staged that just to be doing it. And then he fires some kind of weird double seeking rocket. I don't know what he was shooting at, because there's no kill streak there. What was this guy shooting at? Air? Like he was just trying to see if he could knock down that building over there in the distance, huh? But he somehow fires the thing, and I don't know if this is a laser guided missile, that's why it has a laser on it. But he fires it and then moves it to the bus, but he's not really aiming at the bus. See, because the bus is right there. He's not aiming at it, but these are going to be those scripted events in the map that people are just going to automatically. Now, once you get killed by this bus, let's say like 2 or 3 times, if somebody's shooting and falling down, not to go into it no more. So, people aren't going to camp in the buses and things like that. Liking how they changed the EOTech sights and the different sights up. I know a lot of people don't use them in Call of Duty because they prefer iron sights, but I love the ACOG sights, the other scopes, besides iron sights, because I don't use iron sights. I very rarely ever use iron sights, except on one gun, which is most likely the SCAR-H. But it's interesting to see that, and what I'll get into later is I'm really hoping, like in Modern Warfare 3 when that came out, I loved the hybrid scope. Loved that scope to a T, because it allowed me to make a marksman rifle for the most part. I would put it on the M14 and then go to work, use it like a sniper rifle. And I'm hoping that in this, that they allow you to put sniping scopes on assault rifles. You know what I'm saying? Because you had the whole marksman class, and that's what I'm hoping to get out of that. But I'm liking the way they changed up how the regular scopes look. We're not seeing the same hybrid or the same holographic sights that we've seen in every Call of Duty. You know, they at least trying to make them look different. And looks like they're bringing back Juggernaut. Look at him, letting old Painless out of the bag. Damn. Now, why would you stand there knowing he got Juggernaut? Come on now. Anyway, what I'm really excited for, marksman rifles, finally, because they always had like 1 or 2 in every Call of Duty, but now they're like they're their own weapon class, and this is all this is all I'm going to be using. Nothing else. I don't use SMGs. I don't use sniper rifles. This is going to be my bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? This is what I use. Three round bursts, fully automatic guns, semi-automatic guns. I'm glad they're going to, have these semi-automatics in the game too. Love them. Going to be using the hell out of all of them. And this guy just can't aim worth shit. Look at him. Missing. How you miss? And you let him run up on you and knife you. I mean, granted, that's how you know this shit is dangerous, because that shit would have never happened, in a live match. He got a light machine gun too. That's how you know it's bad. Like, or at least it looks like a light machine gun. Look like a handgun right there, but then when it goes over here, like it must be a different guy or something, because now he's holding a light machine gun. It's like, hold on, which one you got? Make up your mind. But what I find weird about it, number one, this guy can't aim, and it looks like that must be somebody different, because he's even got a different face on him. But looks like either, wow, he's like not even holding a gun. Look at his left hand right there in the corner. Left hand not even holding a gun. But anyway, either this guy has really shitty aim, or the running glitch is back, where you can outrun your hitbox and he's not seeing them. Just saying. You don't want to, make the lag a part of your trailer, Infinity Ward. Just saying. I know you guys are kind of new to the job, and I don't know if I was the only one who caught this, but I was laughing when they was like, this is Infinity Ward. When the guy got up on stage, like, this is Infinity Ward. The people who brought you Call of Duty. I was like, really? Because I could have sworn they left out the Modern Warfare 2. I'm like, come on, yo, who they trying to lie to? They lying to us already. You know this game ain't going to be that good. I'm hoping it's at least decent, A lot of people didn't like Black Ops 2. I thought it was alright. I hated Modern Warfare 3, so as long as it's not Modern Warfare 3 with, death streaks and, I heard, they bringing back support and all that shit. But as long as it's not Modern Warfare 3 with it being that easy and cheesy, then I'll probably play it regardless. Look at this dude about to get dropped. Alright, one hit. Looks like snipers are back. So far, at least I'm glad. Was that a bolt action? Could be a semi-automatic sniper, but, I'm glad it's not like Black Ops 2 where you got, like, fucking assault rifle snipers. I hate that shit. Really don't understand why they don't fix Call of Duty. Pulling out a marksman rifle. I don't know what that gun is, but I'm going to be using the hell out of it. Kind of looks like the M1 or some kind of futuristic variation of the M1. And that guy was just dumb as shit. Like, I mean, come on. I know you hear it. I know you have all that gunfire going around, but you have to hear that shit fall on you. But, so he gets fucked up. And I hate the way that, ever since like Black Ops, maybe it was the first time I noticed it, but I hate how they write numbers on the guns like that in Call of Duty. I just really hate that with a passion. I'm a fan of gunmetal. Clean your rifle. Stop writing 549 in chalk on it. But also glad that they're having female chicks again. Should have been in Call of Duty. I mean, what the hell? I mean, this is like what, like 2013. It's not like women. We don't have women in the military. Why not? Should have been in there. But overall, I mean, it was the reveal trailer. I know they didn't really go in depth as far as the kill streaks or things like that. They talked about a little bit. They're bringing back they're bringing back specialists. They're bringing back support streaks. From what I looked at the support streaks, they were a little bit decent. I would be throwing in footage, showing that too, but I don't know how much of this I'm allowed to show, so I'm just gonna only show the the reveal part of the trailer, but they touched on specialist, support, and assault. They're bringing that back. From what you can zoom in on the support kill streaks, I didn't see no stealth bomber. So maybe they learned their lesson after Modern Warfare 3. I hope so. Because that was some bullshit about how they had assault kill streaks and support. It looks like most of the support kill streaks are like UAVs, which you have to now place down on the map, or at least from what from what they said about it, you have to place them down on the map, and then if you put like multiple versions of it down, it gives you more of an effect. So if you put 3 of them down, then I would assume you would get like a localized Blackbird, or something like that. So it forces a team to actually use them as support to support your team, other than just as welfare kill streaks, as certain YouTubers call them. That was in Modern Warfare 3. So I kind of hope that they do that. Specialist, I know a lot of people didn't like it because they said it felt that it unbalances the game, made you feel like you went Super Saiyan or you was cheating the system. But me personally, my opinion, you could still shoot them, so it was never a big deal to me. Granted, you had to give up your kill streak, so I mean, as long as they have that negative, then that's cool. I mean, I don't have no problem with it, because I can still shoot them regardless and kill them. I mean, maybe those who suck at the game can't, but hey, get better. That's how I see it. But so far, they didn't really show us much. I'm sure they'll probably show 2 or 3 more trailers down the line before the game comes out where they'll go in depth. I can't wait until they actually do one where they tell about all the different other weapons in the game, but looks like we all just gotta wait and see. So, if anybody's still watching this, because I know I went on for probably about a half hour making this video, I just want to thank you guys for watching. I know making this has been kind of weird. Like I said, I mean, I feel like I'm selling out, but I just felt like doing something different. I mean, I've been uploading videos for the whole day, and I mean, I wasn't waiting to see the reveal. I mean, I just remember seeing that somebody else was talking about it, and I was like, oh yeah, that is today. Let me watch it. And so that's how I started watching. I mean, I'm not a Call of Duty fanboy or anything like that. I'm just a guy who likes to play games, and I like military shooters. So I figured I'd make this and be like, why not? You know what I'm saying? But thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Write anything down there in the comments if you want. I'll read them. I'll answer questions, things like that. And if you want me to do more of these videos, let me know. I don't mind doing them. It is definitely no problem. But again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.